Hello, Stephen Tang.
Hello, thank you for having me.
The first question is, do you remember the first record you bought?
The first record I bought was by John Roca, Once Upon a Time on Streetwise. That was the first record I bought.
And what was the last one?
The last record I bought was just this past weekend. I think I bought the reissue of Houseman, Fear the World.
When did you know that you wanted to do this professionally?
I knew I wanted to do it professionally when I was playing this rave party in Chicago. DJ T1000 and ESP Woody McBride was the headliner. And after 4 or 5 hours of like non-stop hard banging techno, I came on to play after them at 5 in the morning, and I was thinking of whether I should continue to play hard techno, which I was into at the time. This I think was in the mid 90s. Do I continue playing hard techno after these guys, or do I change the tempo or switch things up a bit? At that point, I decided to switch things up a bit, and around 5 a.m. after when I was getting on to play, there was really nobody dancing, so I decided, I was gonna switch it up. So I started playing techno, but techno at a house tempo. And I brought people back to the dance floor. So when that happened, then I realized that I learned something that night, and that I think I could do this professionally. And I stuck with it ever since.
In your opinion, what's the role of frustration and or isolation in the creative process?
I think frustration and isolation is a byproduct of the creative process. Creating something, I think we create things, we're trying to find an answer to a solution, basically. And so you end up being frustrated because you don't get the results that you're trying to achieve. So I think, I think frustration and isolation is a byproduct of that. And when you don't achieve the results that you want, you tend to, maybe consciously or unconsciously, you isolate yourself. You want to find the answer to your solution. So,
do you think that this is somehow important in the creative process?
I think it is, because it builds, I guess, strength and character. So you know, suffering, I guess, is part of the process. The frustration and the isolation is part of the process. Some of us go through more than others, but it's definitely part of the process.
Tell us about your first gig.
My first international gig, and I say international because it was the first time where I traveled and I actually got a fee to play, because in the past in Chicago I usually play for no fee or a very small fee. So but my first international gig was in Amsterdam back in 2011. The party was called Night Flight, where my first international gig, my records got delayed, and the promoter also almost missed picking me up from the airport, because they were at one terminal and I was at another terminal. So luckily we found each other at the airport, but unfortunately my records were delayed, and so I had to play the gig with my laptop, because I did have my laptop with me. So I had to play this first gig running Tractor on my laptop, and then I probably borrowed a record or two from the supporting DJs. But I had to play this gig without my vinyl, which was fine, because at the time I wanted to test out the Tractor system, and And at the end of the evening that night, there was one gentleman that approached me at a bar and told me that he came to see me, to hear me play, and that he appreciated my music, and that he was leaving. And it was quite nice because I thought he would stay for Mark the Moch because he was playing after me.
Yeah. So, and what about your last gig?
The last gig I just played was here in Berlin, at this place called Epsi, kind of an outdoor venue. Played from 7 in the evening to 10:30. It's one of the harder gigs to play because at the time it was that day it was really hot, and so I was really playing for maybe a handful of people, maybe like say 20 people just lounging around that didn't move. They were just laying around having drinks. No one was really dancing until maybe the last half hour of my set when it got dark, and then you start seeing more people filing in. So that was quite hard to play, where you didn't really get any response from the audience. But I did at the end of the night, after my set, I had a gentleman come up to me saying he enjoyed everything I played, but it was quite a challenge to play where there was no
crowd.
No crowd, yeah. But it was still a successful party because after I got off, the place got packed.
What is, in your opinion, an artist?
An artist is, I guess, a person that creates or expresses their thoughts and feelings, emotions, while trying to solve a problem, using the tools that they have access to. I think that's my definition of an artist.
What is success for you? What does that word mean to you?
Success to me is being able to achieve the goals that you have set forth for yourself in life. Most people find success as accumulating things or having a lot of money, but I don't see it that way. I see it as I think we all want to be happy. So I think if you can achieve that or something close to that, I think that is and be able to find balance, then I think that is what success is.
Doing what makes you happy.
Yeah.
How would you describe the point of your life where you are at the moment?
I am very grateful at this point in my life. I have achieved the goals that I want, at least one of the goals. I'm sitting here talking to you and in Berlin, playing in the various clubs here and around Europe. I never knew that it would happen. You just hope for it and you work hard to achieve it. And to be sitting here, I am very happy and grateful for that. And being older, because you have those experiences under your belt and things get a little bit easier from here on out. So this is where I'm at right now.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.